Ow. Alright guys, for today's video, first of all, I apologize about the lawnmower. It's that time of year where anytime you want to do anything, someone comes along with their loud ass lawnmower and just ruins the vibe. I'm 100% against the legislation of mandation of EVs, cars and stuff, or the backhanded legislation to try and phase out gas engines and all that shit for vehicles. But for lawnmowers, it's perfectly acceptable for those to be electric. Make them quieter, because that shit's annoying. It doesn't even sound good. It's not like a V8 muscle car that sounds good when it's loud. It's just loud to be loud and annoying. With that all being said, as you can see, we're inside of a 3rd gen Camaro today, inside the Z. There it is. One day we'll get on Project First Love. But right now, I'm going to show you guys how you go about swapping out the front speakers in the car. You have speaker grill, there's 2 in the front, and then there's 2 rears and sail panels behind me. I'll just do that in a different video. But for these ones, you need pretty much 3 tools. Okay, in theory, you need 3 tools. It comes down to how much your car was taken apart previously. Because every time a car comes apart, people put things back together using the different bolts and nuts and screws, wherever, that go different places to where they should. So, in theory, you should need 3 tools. You will need your Africa screwdriver. You'll need a Asia screwdriver, Phillips head, and then you'll need a little ratchet, and I believe it should be, I haven't done this in a while, a 5/16 socket for it. So okay, so what we have to do here is just need to pull off the dash pad to be able to access the speakers up front. So there are underneath here, I'll show you, like 1, 2, 3, then you have 4, 5 right above the steering wheel, and 6 over here, screws across the front, the bottom, and then back here there should be, in theory, 4 screws across the heater vent. Okay, so as you can see, I've only got 2. These other 2 were probably lost down there, so it will be said now. When you're taking those out, be careful. You want to be able to hang on to those so you can reinstall those. But that is all you need to do to pull off the dash pad, which is what we need to do to access the speakers. And this is the same for Camaros and Firebirds. So let me kind of get the phone set up and I'll go about taking it apart. Okay, all those screws out, the ones that I have remaining are out, so you should just lift up on the dash pad like this. And it slides right out of the way. Kind of position out of the way so it's out of my way there. So now, there's old ring and dust cover. Oh, these are no longer the original speakers, which is cool. They're replaced with Kenwoods. But with that being said, there's 2 ways you can go about doing this. Let me show you. So you have right here 4 bolts. Where am I? There, going around the edge, that you can remove if you get the ratchet in here to pop the speaker out of the housing, or if you want, there's a bolt here, and then underneath you have a screw bolt there and there, and you use that to lift up the entire bracket and everything holding the speaker. Okay, either way you want to is going to work just fine. It's probably going to come down to how much you can reach, if you can reach things at all. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to show you how to, I'm just going to pop these 4 off really quick, and then I'll be right back. Got the wrong case. These are 9/30 seconds, at least in this car, okay? Okay, so the speaker's undone. I popped it out here. This is a Kenwood, something other, I don't know, it's dual cone. So these speakers up here in the dash are 4x6s. Any sort of 4x6 speaker will work. I'll put a link for just 4x6 speakers in the description, and you guys can, you know, pick whichever one you like. So really, if you just go with the stock replacement cardboard comb ones for this, they're like less than $10 a pop. And then it all comes down to how much of an audiophile you happen to be. Oh look, there's one of the screws still stuck there. Okay, comes down to how much of an audiophile you happen to be, as to what you want in here, how many watts and all that stuff, how many channels and all this. I mean, if you get some that are too big with like multiple cones in the middle or something, maybe you'll have to probably modify the dash pad. It's up to you, I don't care. But I believe now, I'm trying to think, because I haven't done it since what, the year 2000 or 99. I've actually replacing these speakers in First Love over there. I believe the original speakers were soldered, the speaker wires were soldered directly to the connectors of the speakers. If that is the case, what you do is just take a pair of side cutters and just nip them off, or if you want to, you can take a soldering gun and pull this, like heat the solder up and separate them, and then you would just take your new speakers and reattach them. If you want to resolder it to them, you just take your solder gun, solder it to the terminals. I would just recommend putting on these blade connectors like this, because that way they just slide on and off. Makes it much easier. You just pull it off, you know, like any other connector, and then push it on. So that would be how you do this, and then you drop it back in to the bracket, fighting the magnet the whole time, grabbing onto it. So now you can see most speakers nowadays, they come with all these like universal mounting holes, so you probably would be able to get a set that just lines right up. They used to be in the past, they'd come like one hole here, which was out of the way, and you'd have to actually drill out the bracket and make it fit. That is not the case so much anymore. Fingers in the way. You can just grab kind of a universal thing, plop it in place, and let me look through the camera there, find out where that hole is, and re-bolt, and just bolt it right in. I can't see where that hole is from sitting down. But that is it as it comes to replacing the front speakers. Obviously you do one each side, and then you just tighten it down and reassemble it, put the dash pad back in, and put the screw holes, the screws in the top and bottom back like it was when you came out. With that all being said, I don't even know if this radio works. I have never tried to use it. I mean, it's a T-top car, it's a V8 car. Why not enjoy the sounds of the engine and stuff like it's intended? Now, with that all being said, if this does not work in the future, I will probably replace it with a retro sound unit, which they look pretty close to kind of like a stock 80s 90s style head unit that has Bluetooth and all that stuff built in or whatever. Like I said, I don't really listen too much to it, but I'm trying to get a sponsorship from them instead of me spending money, and you know, put that in there, show you guys how to do it. Also, being said, one of the other videos I showed you how to remove the front seats, and I said, hey, I like to recover these at some point in time, and but no one's making the fabric stuff. Well, a week or so ago, I got the new Classic Industries F-body specific catalog in the mail, and much to my surprise, multiple different versions of carpets being remade now. Different this actual seat cover style fabric is being remade. Not the door panels yet, but I think I can save the door panels. I just need to replace the backer on the back. I gotta get some ABS plastic for that. But you can get certain color door panels to just pop that in and not have to worry about it. You can just replace it. They got all new plastic trim panels all the way around. I mean, they got headliners and stuff. Obviously, you always used to be able to get headliners, but they are now starting to remake all of the stuff for these cars that kind of disappeared from the early 2000s up until like right now, since now they are getting popular again, the whole Radwood thing. But stuff is pricey. So at one point in time, or at some point in time I should say, I will show you how to do this when I can do this. I just got to get money first, or Classic Industries, hit me up, sponsor me. The word needs to get out that you guys are offering this stuff, and I will gladly put the word out for you. So yeah, if you guys want to see how all that goes, just hound Classic Industries and tell them to sponsor me too. I'm not too proud to beg. I have no shame. Sponsor the smaller channels, stop sponsoring the big ones. But anyways, that is how you go about this process. I'm just going to tighten this back up really quick, put it all back together, and that will be it for today. So, all right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Tell Classic Industries to sponsor me and all that, and I will see you next time.